Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. After a short vacation, first of all, let me wish you belated Eid Mubarak, and I hope you have enjoyed your vacation very nice. Now, back to our learning. Today, we're going to continue our chapter, which is heat, and this chapter is included in physics. Before starting the new topic, first let me recall you what we understood in the previous video lectures. So the first thing which we understood that heat is a form of energy which makes any object hot or cold. Means if you provide heat energy to respected object, it will become hot, and if you remove heat from that object, it will become cold. And basically, this heat energy is nothing but inside the matter. The molecules are continuously moving from one place to another place. Okay, so this continuous motion will create or generate the energy which is known as heat energy. Understood? This is the first thing. Second thing we understood that heat is a form of energy which transfers from hot object to the cold object. And due to that reason, any object will appear hot or cold. Okay, so this thing is must that you need to know because this topic will come in the next video lecture. Moving to the next that we understood, that is temperature. What is temperature? So temperature is a degree or phenomenon which helps us to identify that how much your object is hot or cold, or in another language I can say that how much the object consists of heat energy we can identify with the help of this degree called temperature. The SI unit of heat is joule, and the SI unit of temperature, total three units are there. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin, and in normal days whatever we use, that is degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. All these three, Kelvin, Celsius and Fahrenheit, these three units are named from the scientist. Okay, so up to this we understood. Now today we will going to understand about thermometer. So let's get started. What is basically thermometer? So whenever you got ill, so you might have visit your doctor, and at that time they are firstly going to check your body temperature. You have they are having one small tubular structure, and due to that from that they are going to measure your body temperature. So what is this? That is nothing but the thermometer. Thermometer means the device which used to measure temperature. Understand? And this thermometer are using mainly two units, that is either degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. so you might have questioned that, but madam, what about that Kelvin? So Kelvin unit basically used in the chemistry or chemical laboratory purpose. Okay, in general, remaining to accept the laboratory, we are using two units, that is degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. Degree Fahrenheit is mostly using in the foreign country, and we are using degree Celsius unit. Moving to the next, that the first thing comes that who has invented this thermometer. Okay, so one scientist is there. You can see inside the slide. This scientist named as Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. He has invented the thermometer in 1747. Okay, actually thermometer was invented by different scientists. For example, Galileo and some other scientists also claim that they has invented the thermometer. But actually, in general, the Daniel Fahrenheit has claimed and proved that he has invented the thermometer. So official on data, whenever you Google it, the name comes, that is Daniel Fahrenheit. Understood? Because his thermometer was accurate, and it is providing the real time body temperature. In other thermometer, what they are doing, whenever you remove thermometer from respected object, immediately they are going to drop down and you cannot see the actual temperature. But in the Daniel Fahrenheit's thermometer, they can easily get the accurate result of the temperature. Okay, so that's why the credit goes to Daniel Fahrenheit. You must have to remember this name because you must have to gain your general knowledge too. Okay, moving to the next, that let's understand the structure of the thermometer. What is how it looks like. So you know that it is a very thin, long, uniform glass tube. Okay, and though it is very narrow and very fine, and due to that reason, it is called capillary tube. Okay, thermometer is having mainly two narrow glass tube. The first one is the outer glass tube. On it, the scales are mentioned, and inner glass tube consists of vacuum tube, means it is considered as a vacuum tube, and inside this vacuum tube, one red, or should I say silver color liquid is been filled. Okay, and this red or silver liquid called mercury will going to identify that how much the temperature of respected object. Okay, so silver or red color liquid is called mercury. Now what is mercury? So mercury is a thermometric liquid. Now what is thermometric liquid? So thermometric liquid means a liquid which will going to identify that how much the object is hot or cold by changing its volume. You know what is volume. Okay. So either they are going to expand or contract, changing their volume and help us to know that how much the respected temperature of the object. Okay, so that is called thermometric liquid. There is not just mercury as a thermometric liquid, one another thermometric liquid is there. Its name is alcohol. Yes. Mercury and alcohol both can used in thermometer for measuring the body temperature. Okay. Now, why we are using mercury or alcohol? So let's see the reason. Here comes the first, which is about mercury. So very first reason is that mercury is nothing but a metal. Okay, and metal is a very good conductor of heat. What is conductor and what is insulator? We understood in the class 6 chapter 11 chapter 12 electricity and circuit. So in that we understood that conductor means which allow the material which allow current to pass through, it is known as conductor. So same for the heat, that the material which allow heat to pass through, they are known as conductors. Okay, and the material which do not allow heat to pass through, they are considered as a insulator. Okay, and in the electricity chapter we understood that metals are very good conductors of electricity. Same way metals are very good conductors of heat. So mercury is a metal and that's why we are using. Not only this, but also mercury is the only metal which is available in liquid state at room temperature. Okay, so inside the thermometer, suppose if we are using any solid material, it will be quite difficult to expand it and we cannot get the accurate result. Same for the gas also. Okay, that gas is having very high temperature. Gas is having very less molecules and they are continuously moving from one place to another place. So they will immediately going to vaporize and you cannot get the accurate result. So that's why we are using mercury, because first reason it is a metal, good conductor of heat, as well as it is available at a liquid state on room temperature. Next point, we understood that mercury never stick with the glass tube, and due to that reason it is being used inside the thermometer. Also it is a opaque object, as well as it is very shiny and visible. So whenever you measure the temperature, you can observe the shine and you can get the exact temperature of the respected object. Moving to the next, that is, it expands easily and uniformly. Means as we provide heat to this mercury, it will immediately evenly expand and you will going to get accurate temperature. Same for the cold object. Okay, and one more thing, that mercury is having high boiling point. Now what is boiling point? Boiling point means a temperature at which the liquid start converting into gaseous form. This is known as boiling point. And mercury is having boiling point of 357 degrees Celsius. Means at 357 degrees Celsius, the mercury start converting from liquid to gaseous form. Understand? Okay, so that's why these are the factors why we are using mercury. Okay, next time we are going to understand about the scales and different types of thermometer. Still then, just stay happy and once again come back to the learning session. Have a nice day.